Class. I'm Sarah. It's nice to see everybody today on this sunny day. Come do some yoga. Today we're going to just focus on moving our body in all directions. Have a little knee break in the day. Tune in to ourselves. So feeling free to start on a little bit of height, a little cushion. Settling your sit bones down on the ground. And you can close those eyes or bring your gaze softly in front of you. And let's let our body know we're here, we're at yoga by taking 3 deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And feeling those 3 deep breaths as they welcome you into your yoga practice today. As you begin to settle in, feeling your sit bones connect with the cushion or the ground, feeling them be strong and sturdy. Really root down into the ground, supporting you. From those supportive sit bones, feel your spine grow tall up toward the ceiling, allowing those little vertebrae bones to stack on top of each other just like Lego, reaching high. And allowing your head and neck to settle gently on top of your spine. It's almost as if you feel like you have a little marionette string from the base of your spine, tugging up toward the ceiling, assisting you sitting straight. This time taking 3 deep breaths, but in through your nose and out through your nose. Noticing the difference with that breath. When your spine is nice and tall. And taking a few moments to check in with your body, your starting point today. Noticing if there's any tension you're hoping to let go of. Any stiffness you want to work out. Noticing any areas that feel pretty good, well rested. And on your next exhale, let's drop chin to chest, opening up the back of the neck. Feeling the sensations there. Then inhale, move your chin up toward the ceiling, opening up the front of the neck. Noticing how that feels. Releasing those shoulders down. On your exhale, bring your chin back to center. Right ear to right shoulder. Allowing the right elbow to feel heavy, arm to feel heavy. Perhaps taking that left arm out to the side, reaching those fingers out on an angle, increasing the sensation of that stretch. Bringing the hand back to the lap, head to center. Exhale, release left ear to left shoulder. Allowing the left elbow to feel heavy, shoulder to feel heavy. Reaching the right hand out, increasing the stretch in the neck. And maybe noticing with curiosity which part of your neck was a little more stiff, a little more open. I tend to slouch a little to my left in my chair as I work on my computer, so my one side always feels a little bit more crickety when I start my practice. Bring your head back to the lap, head back to center. Let's open those eyes. If your legs are crossed, change to cross the legs, keeping it symmetrical. Inhale deep. Exhale long, releasing the shoulders. Inhale, sweeping those arms out and up, reaching high. Exhale, drop the right arm beside you. Inhale, reach high with your left hand. Exhale, side bend, maybe walking out those right fingers to a place where you can begin to open up your side. Think about reaching down with your left sit bones. So you feel that stretch coming all the way from your hip, up your side body and through your shoulder and arm. This is early in our practice, we're not maxing out here. Just finding that place where we can begin to gently feel that increase of motion. Using that core, inhaling up to a tall seat. Bringing those arms up, reaching high. Inhale deep. Exhale, drop the left hand. Inhale, reach with the right. And exhale, begin to side bend, opposite direction. Walking that bottom head out so you find a comfortable spot. Really think about bringing the right sit bones down toward the mat. Feeling the side body stretch from your hip, up your side body, through your shoulder, all the way down to your fingertips. Just observing how that feels today. Using your core, let's come up high, reaching high. Exhale, bring those arms to the sides, reaching around behind you. Grabbing those fingers, maybe interlacing the fingers, roll those shoulders back, and reach the hands toward the ground. If I change my orientation, you can see me reach away and down. That energy, it can only be maybe a millimeter of movement, as long as you feel the direction going away from the body and down toward the ground. And this sometimes can feel a little uncomfortable. It's the opposite direction of typing, driving, cooking. So feel that deep breath to help you get through any feelings of uncomfortableness in this moment. And release those arms. You can move any of your sitting props out of the way. We're going to come into our tabletop. Spreading those fingers nice and wide, index fingers forward. Taking a moment to really feel those knuckles and those fingertips push into the ground. Knees under hips, belly button into spine. Inhale. Exhale, reach your left leg behind you, tucking those toes into the mat. Feeling the calf muscle stretch. I'll just get back into camera there. Option to stay here. Option to lift that back leg. Really flexing that back foot. Pushing the heel away. It's the same leg we're going to use later on in our standing balance. So you can practice it here. An option to begin to walk out the right hand forward. Then if it feels good, begin to reach that right arm straight ahead of you. Looking down those fingers. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Engage that core, belly button to spine. And then releasing your hand back down. Knee back down. Resetting your tabletop. We'll try that on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach back with the right leg, tuck the toes, pushing away the heel to stretch out the calf and the Achilles. Begin to walk. Whoops, actually, first we're gonna raise that leg, if you'd like. Flexing that foot, reaching behind you. Practicing the same leg extension here, we'll be doing later on while standing. Option to walk the left fingers forward, maybe lifting them off the ground, reaching heel to fingertips. Belly button to spine to engage that core. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Bring your hand down, your knee down. We're gonna bring those knees out wide, big toes together. Bring those sit bones towards your heels. Walking out those hands and melting your forehead to the mat. If your forehead is hanging in the air, you can bring those hands and stack the palms, stack the fists, finding a place you can melt your forehead to. And think about bringing those sit bones closer to the heels. And this helps your spine stretch all the way from the base of the spine, up through the mid-back, the upper back. Reaching those arms out stretches the shoulders. Just lengthening our body here as we inhale and exhale. Feel those hands push into the ground. Slowly rise your chest and head. And we're gonna walk the hands off the mat over to the right hand side, stretching the side body, and melting back down to rest your head on the ground. You can also, again, stack the palms and the fists, be able to melt your head to the mat. Think about tucking that left hip towards your sit bones. Notice how that changes the stretch. And then press into the hands to raise the chest and the head a little bit. Walk those hands across center and over to the left-hand side. Might go off the mat here, melting the head down to the floor, the palms. Thinking about bringing the right hip toward the sit bone. Noticing how that changes the stretch. And feeling that deep breath move through your body. Pressing into the hands to raise the chest and the head. Walking hands back to center for one last stretch of the spine. Walking those hands back toward the body as you come on up to your tabletop. We're gonna tuck those back toes. Begin to move the sit bones toward the heels. Push the front of the mat away. And our knees start to rise, our sit bones start to rise. And you can slowly come into your first down dog of the day. You really keep those knees bent, really pushing those arms forward. Maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other. Just walking the dog and feeling the backs of the legs as they unstretch from sitting that you may have been doing. Maybe if you went for a run or throwing on rocks today. Maybe be feeling the movement in another way. Once you feel that you have some of that little creaks and cracks of your day worked out, maybe you want to move towards stillness. Releasing your head and neck, gazing back towards your knees. We're going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, looking forward. And let's baby step those feet to the front of the mat between the hands. Maybe move it a little bit further up. Bending the knees, belly button to thighs, forward fold. Perhaps grabbing opposite elbows. Feeling those feet press into the ground, rooting down, connecting with the earth. Being a strong support. Releasing the arms. And as you inhale, push the feet into the ground, sweep those arms up. Going all the way up, reaching high. Exhale, hands through heart center. And by your side, tall mountain. Taking a moment here to feel those feet connect with the ground. Perhaps feeling the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and heel. Seeing if you can connect them all to the ground at the same time. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, coming down however you can. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, right foot to a nice long lunge. I'm gonna place my knee down for this first round. You can keep it up if you choose. We're slowly gonna come on up. We're gonna bring those arms to cactus arms today. As you settle into your lunge, let's add a little movement with the breath in the arms. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, pull them down. Giving yourself a little bit of resistance there. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, pull down, engaging your back body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Beautiful. Let's bring those hands down beside the foot. Stepping back to plank from the toes or the knees. Engage that spine, belly button to spine. Exhale, come all the way down to the belly. Lift the hands. Inhale. Exhale, use the back body to lift the chest and the head. Holding here, lengthening that spine. Exhale, come on down. Tuck those toes, returning to tabletop or down dog. Feeling it out, following the breath. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale, looking forward. Let's bring the right knee into the chest. Begin to slowly float forward into plank. And let's step that foot between the hands. Left foot comes forward. If it takes a few steps, that is okay. Forward fold. Feel those feet. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. By your sides. Preparing for side number 2. What I love about yoga is we see our journey over time. So we can take as many steps as we need to get to the front of the back. We can take down dog or tabletop as we like, finding the challenge that works for you today. And 2 months from now, 6 months from now, that challenge will be different. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, left foot this time. Finding your placement of the knee. Coming on up and finding your cactus arms. Getting ready to move with the breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more to your own breath. Beautiful. And then let's come on down, bring those hands beside the feet, stepping back to your plank from toes or knees. Bringing the belly button into the spine. Exhale, coming all the way down to the belly. Hover the hands. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Extending that head long. Slowly lower. Tuck the toes. Find your tabletop or down dog. Settle in, feel those fingers connect with the ground. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly. Move forward into the plank and place the foot between the hands. Stepping forward with the other foot, forward fold. Feel the feet connect to the ground. Push to rise. Hands through heart center. By your sides. Beautiful. We're gonna do another round option to bring the knee up. Inhale, sweep those arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, right foot. I'm gonna keep my knee up this time. Bringing my hands to my thigh. Arms to cactus. You have the option to do the arms or to do the leg this time. So I'm gonna inhale deep. Exhale, drop my back knee to the ground. Inhale, push my knee back up. Exhale, drop the knee. Push that heel as you raise back up. Let's try that one more time. I've also heard people call these like dipping French fries in ketchup, I guess, with your knee. So if that helps you visualize, feel free to think of French fries and ketchup. All right, let's bring those hands beside the foot. Stepping back to plank from toes or knees. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hover the hands. Inhale, raise the chest and head. Option to add the feet this time. Exhale, lower. Tuck those toes, find your tabletop or plank. Tabletop or down dog, sorry. We're gonna inhale, look forward. Bring the right knee into the chest. Moving forward into that plank. Stepping the right foot forward. Bend the left. Forward fold. Feel those feet connect with the ground as you push into the ground to rise up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Finding your tall mountain. Finding your breath. We have one more side to go to keep it even. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back left foot. Finding the variation that works for you. My knees up, my arms are in cactus, and get ready to dip my knee. Inhale. Exhale, dip. Inhale to rise. Exhale. Inhale. One more to your own breath. This is hard, this is difficult. So if you're struggling, if you're shaking, check in to see if it's a good challenge. Modify and adapt how it works for you. Exhale, let's plant those hands beside the front foot. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Raise the hands. Inhale, raise the chest and head. Option to raise the feet and legs. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes and finding tabletop or down dog, yogi's choice. We have a few different bodies today. All of our bodies are very different, feeling this different, taking different options. So practicing to listen to what does your body need to be challenged in movement, but to also be safe and secure to move later in the day. Inhale, looking forward. Bring the left knee into the chest as you float forward into plank, looking ahead. Bringing the left foot between the hands. Right foot steps forward, forward fold. Feel those feet connect with the ground as you rise on up. Hands high. Exhale, hands through heart center. By your sides, tall mountain. Feeling your nice strong stance as the energy rises from your feet. Up your legs through your hips. Spine stacks tall like a Lego tower. And rest on top. Just feel that energy from the ground, from your breath. As you stand tall. Let's feel the left foot get heavy, right foot gets light. As we begin to rotate that left knee out to the side. We're gonna take tree. Toes can be in the ground, heel just above the ankle. Perhaps you wanna bring your foot into your calf, maybe into your thigh. And bring those hands to heart center to start. And with your standing foot, check in to see if you can feel your big toe mound push into the ground. And your pinky toe mound push into the ground. See if that standing leg can spread out, that standing foot spread out and give you a good base. Option to use the wall or a chair for balance. And you can begin to grow those branches nice and tall. And if you wave, if you're a little windy today, that's okay. These balance poses are all about experimenting with our balance. Giving our body the option to learn to recover, to move. Just try balancing on one foot. If balancing here in tree on one foot is really easy, I challenge you to close your eyes and see how that shifts your balance. It's amazing how much our eyes can help us. And then slowly we're gonna bring those hands together. Bring the hands through heart center. And I challenge you to release that foot off your leg, but then bring your knee up into the center. So you're in this little Karate Kid pose. Flexing your foot that's in the air gives you a little bit of support. Maybe you want to bring those arms out to the sides. Thumbs come up. And for an extra challenge, maybe you want to bring that gaze over your right thumb. Again, playing with the gaze and seeing how much the eyesight helps us balance. If you wobble, if you fall out, slowly play around with getting back in. Your gaze is over that thumb. Let's bring the gaze back to center. And one last challenge, let's extend that leg in front of us, flexing that foot. And seeing if you can bring it a millimeter higher using that hip flexor. Take that breath to help you out. Bend the knee, slowly set the foot down. Made it to the end. Shake out those legs. Maybe give yourself a little smile. Balancing can be fun and silly. So this time, let's see. Right foot gets heavy, left foot gets light. Begin to open up your left hip, knee comes to the side, and finding your option for a tree. I'm gonna place my foot on my calf. Hands to heart center. And I want you to think about bringing your big toe mound into the ground and your pinky toe mound into the ground. All of us have a tendency sometimes to balance just on part of our foot. I tend to forget about my big toe pushing into the ground, so I'm really thinking about that today. Once you're feeling balanced, begin to raise those arms up, reaching high like a tree. Feeling that breath. Always feeling free to find the chair, the wall to help, or to close your eyes to challenge that balance further. Always experimenting with your own body and movement. And bringing those hands together, moving them down through heart center. And slowly removing the foot from the leg, bringing the knee back to center. Foot flexes into this Karate Kid pose. And show it to you from the side this time. Standing tall. Option to move those arms out to the sides. Maybe those thumbs want to come up like they're hitchhiking. And this time, if you choose, gaze can come over the left thumb. Playing around with how does my balance change when my gaze changes? Can I still think about pushing my big toe mound into the floor, pinky toe mound into the floor? Being kind to yourself with those messages if you fall out. No judgment, just play. I'm moving around here. Woo! And I fell out. If you're still in, let's bring that gaze back to center. And we're gonna move that leg out front, flexing the foot. Taking a moment to see if you can raise it a little bit higher. Standing tall, feeling that breath. And then slowly bringing it back down. Shaking it out. Maybe patting yourself on the back. No matter how that went for you today, you tried, you were in the moment. Balancing poses are great for that. And we're now gonna move on, because that's what we do in yoga. We attempt, we breathe, we keep going. Let's move those feet out to the sides of our mat. Toes to the corners. We're gonna inhale, sweeping those arms up, palms together. Exhale, move into your squat. Knees track over toes. Maybe you need to widen your stance as you come on down. You can stay high in a more active squat. You can move low in a more passive squat. Wherever you are, feel those feet connect with the ground again. Push those feet into the ground, almost as though you can rise up a little bit. Maybe you want to do that a few times. Inhale, push to rise a few centimeters. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. And let's bring those hands to the ground. Move those feet to the side. And we are going to bring those hands behind our hips. Walk those feet out, maybe about mat width apart. We're gonna feel those hands, feel those feet connect with the ground. Inhale to cup. Exhale, push into the feet and the hands, slightly raising your sit bones. And then engage those glutes. Use your butt to raise those hips up nice and high to a tabletop. Really pushing the feet and the hands into the ground. I typically feel this a lot in my arms. You may feel it more in the hips. Wherever you are, see if you can remember to breathe. Exhale, begin to slowly lower back down. Beautiful. And let's move on to the forearms, onto our back. Feeling the ground. We're gonna step those feet in a little bit closer to our sit bones. They're gonna be about hip width apart, so it's almost like we could squeeze a grapefruit between our legs. Those arms are long beside the mat, tucking the chin into the chest. Feeling the feet and the arms push into the ground, we're gonna engage those glutes and slowly begin to raise the hips here into a little bridge. Our gaze stays up at the ceiling. Maybe you want to think about those knees moving forward to help you engage and lengthen your body. Inhale deep. Exhale long. Feel those glute muscles raising your hips high. Pushing those feet and arms into the ground to help support the lift. And when you slowly lower on an exhale, I want you to think upper back comes down first, then the middle part of the back, and the low part of the back. Beautiful. Walking those feet out wide to the sides of your mat. Let your knees drop together into an upside down V. Perhaps you want to tuck the chin and readjust the head. Let's bring those hands to the belly. for a few belly breaths. Inhale deep, allow your belly to grow nice and big. Exhale long, feeling your belly come closer to your spine. Inhale, allow the belly to grow into the hands. Exhale, feel the belly come into the spine. One more to your own breath. Bring those hands to the side of the body. Heel toe those feet back to hip width apart. Feeling those arms be long into the ground, feet into the ground. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, push the feet and arms into the ground to raise the sit bones. And then engage those glutes to raise those hips high once again. Usually find this feels better the second time my body knows where it's going. Remembering to use the strength from your feet, from your hands, from your arms, from those big glute muscles. And then as you lower, think upper back comes down first. Then the middle back. And the low back. All the way down. Beautiful. This time let's bring the soles of the feet together, the knees fall out wide. Let's bring those arms out to cactus arms if you have room. As we allow gravity to help us stretch our legs, stretch our shoulders. And perhaps observing that breath and noticing how it's changed from the beginning of practice to now. There's no forcing in this stretch. You're just allowing gravity and time to help you deepen the stretch in your legs. Perhaps you want to count the beats of your breath. I inhale, 2, 3, 4. I exhale, 2, 3, 4. I inhale, 2, 3, 4. I exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue feeling your breath for a few more breath cycles. And perhaps you notice while you're here, observing the breath, feeling the breath, you may feel one of those glute muscles just release and allow you to move an inch or so closer to the ground. When that first used to happen to me, I'm like, whew, what was wrong with my muscle? There's nothing wrong, it was just my muscle gradually relaxing. Now I look forward to noticing those little muscle releases as I go through my practice. I'm going to bring the arms out to the sides of the thigh to bring those knees back to center. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest, wrapping the shins around the leg, the shins, the fingers around the shin. An option to extend that left leg long, heel to the ground if that feels good. We're doing this stretch a lot over the last few weeks in classes. And it's just a really nice way to stretch out your body when you've been in a chair a lot. It's one of the most requested stretches I get. So I hope you're enjoying the release this gives you. If your left leg is out long, we're going to bring it back in, planting the foot on the floor. We'll bring the knee out, the right knee out to the side and cross the right foot over top of the left knee, coming into figure 4. Moving that thigh, that knee away from your torso. Checking in to see if your body wishes you to stay here today, or if it would like you to bring that foot off the floor and reaching those arms behind the thigh of the left foot as you bring yourself back down. And just observing where you feel this in your body. And then take a moment to notice a secondary place you feel this stretch in your body today. Do you feel this sensation, this stretch in a third part of your body? Sometimes it can be very overpowering. You just want to notice the one area. But it can be very interesting to ask yourself, where else do I feel stretching sensation in this pose, in this position? If your foot is up, we're slowly going to release the hands, place the foot on the ground, uncross the legs. Inhale, bring the left knee into the chest, wrapping the hands around the shin. Option to extend the right leg long, heel to the ground if that feels good. Just taking these few moments to feel how the breath moves through the body while you're in this position. Maybe asking yourself, how can I put in 5% less effort in this pose? Your left leg is out long. Let's slowly bring it back in, planting the foot on the ground. Moving that left knee out and placing the foot across the knee, finding your figure 4. Bringing the thigh and knee away from the torso of the body. Checking in with how this feels today. This is your optimal stretch position. And if you'd like to move into picking the foot up off the floor and wrapping those hands around the thigh, do so now. Practicing listening to the needs of your body. Where does your body want to stretch today? Where does your body need a little relaxation, a little space? Perhaps a little compassion as it heals. I think one of my toughest practices in yoga was last summer, August to about December, when I was recovering from a knee injury. I couldn't do this pose during that time on my left side, and it was very challenging for me to slowly work with my body as it moved its way back. So sometimes the hardest part of your practice is learning to accept what your body needs at that time. Your leg is up, you can slowly release those hands from around the thigh, bringing the foot down and crossing the leg. Bring those knees beside each other, thighs touching, arms come out to the sides like a T or cactus arms, whatever you have room for in your space. Let's lift those feet off the ground, shins come up to a 90 degree. And then slowly lower those legs to the left-hand side, finding a twist. Those knees can separate, your shoulder can come off the ground. And perhaps you want to bring your gaze over the opposite side, the right side, and bring that twist into your neck as well. With each exhale, allow your body to feel heavier, melting more into the ground, allowing the ground to support you. So you can take a few moments here to just be. Slowly moving the gaze back to center. Moving the hips and the legs back to center. And then slowly dropping those knees and legs to the right hand side. And then taking that option, if you choose to move the stretch into your neck and looking over your right shoulder. You can always close your eyes during these twists as well. It can help bring you a little bit more into your own internal self. Perhaps returning to counting the beats of the breath. Melting into the ground. And then slowly bring your neck back to center, knees back to center. And then reach those legs down the mat, heels to the corners. Bring your hands to your belly. Perhaps tucking the chin so your neck can find a place to rest, your head can find a place to rest. We're gonna end with 3 deep belly breaths. Inhale, feeling that belly grow nice and big. Exhale through the mouth, feeling the belly fall back toward the spine. Inhale through the nose, growing the belly. Exhale long through the mouth. Feeling the belly fall back down to the spine. One more deep breath to your own speed. With that last exhale, just letting all of the work and effort and joy from your practice, just let it float out with that air. We're gonna bend one knee, placing the foot on the mat, and then the other follows. If you have room, reaching those arms up overhead, rolling over onto your side body. Arm can be a pillow. And taking this moment to think of one thing today that you are grateful your body can do for you. Taking the top hand, pressing it into the ground, let's slowly come on up to a comfortable seated position. And on my knees. Hands to heart center, tucking the chin. I appreciate you coming to join me for Yoga Flow today. It's always a little bit more fun to move our bodies together, to challenge our balance and our movement patterns together. And I hope you take whatever it is you need from your practice today and spread it throughout your afternoon. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Have a lovely afternoon. Namaste.